in this week, third class Prabhuji. So we will chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahandra and welcome Prabhuji to our reading session all together. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, welcome Prabhuji and our pranam. Hare Krishna. Okay, so yesterday we have completed up to verse number 21. So today we'll be starting with verse number 22 onwards of chapter 20, entitled The Dynasty of Puru. Continuing. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskurityam Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jamadire. Nashtaprayeshu Dreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavaruttama Shloke Bhakti Gavati Nashtaki. Mukam Karodi Vachalam Bangum Langayade Girim. Yat Krivada Mahamande Paramananda Madhavam Sri Gurim Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyam Isharam Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chacharu Milidamena Tasmai Sri Gurive Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadanti Supadantigam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Udavadagamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahanari Gunadanyidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Virjan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahanalada Sri Vishakanyudamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpadarubhya Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namani Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatyade Sudarne Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Radhaya Vishnu Pashtaya Guru Sivadeva so Hare Krishna, welcome once more all devotees. Hare Krishna. So, verse number 22 to start. Okay, Prabhuji, I will read Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
22, yeah. So, that is perfect. So, I will read the first verse. Okay, Hare Krishna. Redodha Putro Nayadi Naradeva Yamakshayat Tvam Chasya Dada Garbhasya Satyamaha Shakuntala Retodha Putro Nayadi Naradeva Yamakshayat Tvam Chasya Dada Garbhasya Satyamaha Shakuntala. Krishna. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. O King Dushmanda, he who discharges semen in this actual is the actual father, and his son saves him from the custody of Yamaraja. You are the actual protector of this child. Indeed, Shakuntala is speaking the truth. Translation once more. O King Dushmanta, he who discharges semen is the actual father, and his son saves him from the custody of Yamaraja. You are the actual protector of this child. Indeed, Shakuntala is speaking the truth. Okay.
Procreator, bro. Procreator. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Procreator. You are the actual procreator of this child.
Okay. No, sorry, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Actual
No problem.
procreator of this child. Okay. Sorry.
Hare Krishna.
I protector, I think I read.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it happens. It
Oh,
happens for everyone.
okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Looks
Puppet.
like that. Looks like protector. Yeah.
New word also. So,
Yeah.
okay. Puppet. Upon hearing the omen, Maharaja Dushmanta accepted his wife and child. According to Vedic Smriti, Pun namno narakad yasmad pitaram trayate sudaha tasmad putra idi proktaha swayam eva swayambhuva. Because a son delivers his father from punishment in the hell called Put, the son is called Putra. According to this principle, when there is a disagreement between the father and mother, it is the father, not the mother, who is delivered by the son. But if the wife is faithful and firmly adherent to her husband, when the father is delivered, the mother is also delivered. Consequently, there is no such thing as divorce in the Vedic literature. A wife is always trained to be chaste and faithful to her husband, for this helps her achieve deliverance from any abominable material condition. This verse clearly says, Putro Nayadi Naradeva Yama Yamakshayat. Yamakshayat. The son saves his father from the custody of Yamaraj. It never says Putro Nayadi Matram. The son saves his mother. Mataram. The son saves his mother. The seed-giving father is delivered, not the storekeeper mother. Consequently, husband and wife should not separate under any condition, for if they have a child whom they raised to be a Vaishnava, he can save both the father and mother from the custody of Yamaraja and punishment in hellish life. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. My humble pranams to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So we are continuing the discussion of Dushmanta and
Yes.
yes, from yesterday we are discussing this one. So very important purport actually. Dushmanta and Shakuntala. So we know now Shakuntala has brought her son in front of the king. The king did not accept because he thought that nobody knows their affairs. Later the woman was there and this is actually declared by the woman, right? This verse is actually declared by the woman. That what is it? O King Dushmanta, he who discharges semen is the actual father, and his son saves him from the custody of Yamaraja. You are the actual procreator of this child. Indeed, Sakuntala is speaking the truth. So, like Akash Vani. So, like that, this is being declared. Now, upon hearing the woman, Maharaj Dushmanta accepted his wife and child according to Vedic Smriti. So, of course, those days this was a system. So, upon hearing the woman, he already accepted his wife and child. And Prabhupada quotes a verse from Vedic Smriti, Punnamno Narakad Yashmat Pitaram Trayate Sutta Tasmat Putra iti Prokta Swayam Eva Swayam Bhua. Because a son delivers his father from the punishment in the hell called Put. So we know there are 28 different kinds of hells. In the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we discussed so different types of hell. So why a son is called Putra? Putra means because he delivers his father from the hellish punishment. Put, that's why Put, hell called Put. The son is called Putra. So according to this principle, whenever there is a disagreement between father and mother, it is the father, not the mother, who is delivered by the son. Normally, you can see the father is delivered from the son. Now, someone may ask actually, what about the mother? I read somewhere like the mother, child, if they die, they don't go to hell. They take birth again, but they don't take birth. They don't go to hell in the female, as female. I think somewhere I read like that, but we need to double cross check or confirm. So that's why the father is delivered, is delivered by the son, putra. But here everything is interconnected. We can see if the wife is faithful. See, now the father is delivered through the son. Of course, the son should be devoted. Then only the father will be delivered. It's not that simply by accident the son can deliver his father. No, not like that. He should be devoted. So, like here, uh, the son is devoted to the Lord, so that the father is delivered, and the mother also is delivered. How? Because they are all interconnected. But if the wife is faithful and firmly adherent to the husband, and then actually the mother is also delivered. So, like that, we already read from Srimad Bhagavatam also. Like we understand from our Vedic scriptures that if husband is sincerely serving the Lord and the wife is not serving the Lord, but if she is assisting the husband in the service to the Lord, she is not directly doing any service to the Lord. The husband is very sincerely doing whatever the husband gets the credits, that 50% automatically goes to the wife. So, so like that, if the wife is faithful and firmly adherent to her husband, when the father is delivered, automatically the mother is also delivered. It is like a chain. Like we have the Guru Parampara, right? The Guru Shishya, the Guru delivers the disciple, and the disciple becomes a Guru, and he delivers his disciple. So, like that, there is a chain. Like that, within the family also, there is a chain. The son, the father, the mother, even the karma is actually also, there is individual karma and there is called collective karma. Collective karma means within the family also there is one karma. There is an action reaction. Within the person, one person individually has to experience his own happiness and distress according to karma. And the family also together is called collective karma. And as a country also, as a nation, they have to experience. Like you see some countries are experiencing very bad situation now. Correct or not? So that is also because of karma. Sometimes countries suffer due to war, due to natural disasters, due to terrorist attacks, like that. And individually, family also you can see. Sometimes the family also undergoes collective karma. Sometimes the family is very affluent. Sometimes the family is suffering. So all the family members get some problems and they suffer. So it is like that. Everything is interconnected. It's not isolated. When we say family, everything is interconnected. Husband, wife, children. So whatever the children does, that is giving the credit to the father, good or bad. And also it is means crediting the mother also. So here Prabhupada is writing, giving a very good clarity that actually the putra means one who delivers his father. But when the father is sincere, when the wife is sincere to the husband, the mother is also delivered. So because this is all interconnected, Prabhupada says there should be no break in this system. There is no such thing as divorce in the Vedic literature. Nowadays the concept is they're called single parent. Single parent means either the husband, the father is there with the son, child, or the mother is there with the child. So single parent, they say, because nowadays the divorce has become very common. So there is a word called single parent. But there is no such thing as divorce in the Vedic literature. This is how our Vedic system was trained. A wife is always trained to be chaste and faithful to her husband. For this helps her achieve deliverance from any abominable material conditions. So we know that this is how the Vedic system is designed. Wife is always trained to be chaste and faithful to her husband, so that she will help, it will achieve deliverance from any abominable material condition. So this verse clearly says, Putro Nayati Naradeva Yamakshayat. So the verse here says, the son saves his father from the custody of Yamaraja. Prabhupada says, it never says Putro Nayati Mataram. Mataram means about mother. So it is saying that only the son saves his father, and because the wife is also dedicated to his husband, he is also automatically delivered. Okay, the seed giving father is delivered, not the storekeeper mother. Consequently, husband and wife should not separate under any condition because, as I said, these are all interrelated. When the husband is getting the credit, the wife also gets the credit. Should not separate under any condition. For if they have a child whom they raise to be a Vaishnava, he can save both the father and mother. See, that's why they say, for them, whom they save to raise to be a Vaishnava. So the son should be a Vaishnava. Then only he can deliver his father also. He can save both the father and mother from the custody of Emeraj and punishment in hellish life. So this about the divorce, again and again, Prabhupada, I think, past 2-3 purports is emphasizing, because
scriptures.
we can see this from the Prabhupada's life itself. Prabhupada's life, we can see Prabhupada was so much devoted and totally dedicated in the service of the Lord. But his wife was not at all supportive to Prabhupada. But Prabhupada never said that, oh, I am doing so much devotion. It's a pure Vaishnava and you are not at all supporting, you are taking tea, you are not listening to mundane things, I will divorce you. Prabhupada never said like that. Throughout life, Prabhupada adjusted with his wife, and he was never attempted for any divorce because Prabhupada followed the Shastras as it is, So as per Shastras, even though he was not like very much liking what the wife is doing, finally one time Prabhupada asked his wife whether, when Prabhupada written all these Bhagavad Gita purports, and one day he was searching the purport and the papers were not there. And those days papers were very scarce also. So when he asked his wife said that I put these papers. He was asking, where are these papers? He said, I put for the fire, sold it for the tea, getting tea packets. So Prabhupada asked, you are for you, me or tea? Which is important? And finally Prabhupada's wife said, tea is important for me. So then, Prabhupada became very vairagya, not immediately left. Even after that, Prabhupada never wanted to leave his wife. Prabhupada said he never imagined that he will take sannyas. But still he was with his wife only. But all these things provoked him very highly. And also in the dream, always his spiritual master, his Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, is always appearing and telling, take sannyas, take sannyas. And Prabhupada is thinking, how I will take sannyas? I have my wife, I have children, I have grandchildren. And I know everybody a little bit afraid to take sannyas because it is like very intense. You cannot see your wife after you take sannyas. Normally, a brahmachari, until you don't take sannyas, you can meet your, society, you can mingle with society. But once you take sannyas, only you can meet your mother, but you cannot see your wife after taking sannyas. So Prabhupada was very much concerned. And his wife's reaction provoked him. Then he took, after that, one side the spiritual master is pulling him, one side the wife, his own wife, is not supportive or cooperative with him. So finally, he handed over the responsibilities of taking care of his wife to his children because they are all grown up. Then he taken sannyas. So, but Prabhupada never attempted to, throughout his life, he never attempted for any divorce. So he tolerated, adjusted with his wife, even though she was not favorable to Krishna consciousness. But in one way, it is a blessing because of that, Prabhupada took sannyas. Because Prabhupada took sannyas, he went to America. Because he went to America, he established Krishna consciousness. If it was not there, the wife was very favorable, maybe Prabhupada will be in the family life. And maybe there is no ISKCON also. Because this is all part of Krishna's plan only.
Yeah,
because Krishna's plan, you can see, Prabhupada changed the entire world, but he was not able to change his own wife. It is like a surprising thing, right? So many people changed because of Prabhupada, coming in touch with Prabhupada throughout the world. But Prabhupada was not able to change this. That is actually Krishna's will that this should happen like this so that, Prabhupada will take sannyas. If everything is favorable, then maybe Prabhupada, will be in the family life and we do not know. So Krishna used Prabhupada as an instrument. But Prabhupada, throughout his life, this we are talking about the end of the life, but throughout life, Prabhupada never attempted for divorce, even though she was not at all cooperative. See, even in our family, if you see, if a husband is Krishna conscious, wife is not Krishna conscious, we don't feel good to gel with each other, right? So, but Prabhupada adjusted. And same thing we should also follow. Sometimes husband may be Krishna conscious, wife may not be there. Or wife may be Krishna conscious, husband may not be there. But we have to tolerate, adjust, and we have to live together. It is not that if they are not Krishna consciousness, I will leave them. No, not like that. So that is the thing what Prabhupada is past 2-3 verses purport is very strongly emphasizing, because that is a Vedic culture. And why it is part of the Vedic culture? Because everybody gets benefit together. Everybody gets benefit together. If they are separated, the benefits is lost. Hare Krishna. So there is something to discuss, add, we can discuss. Otherwise, we can go to the next verse. So from verse number 23 up to verse number 33, the glories and activities of King Bharata. We will discuss. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read?
23. Yes, Mataji.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, chapter 20, sloka number 23. Piturpate so api chakravarti mahayashaha mahima giyate tasya harer amshu bhuvo bhuvi piturpat parate so api chakravarti mahayashaha mahima giyate tasya harer amsha bhuvo bhuvi. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, when Maharaja Dushmanta passed away from this earth, his son became the emperor of the world. The proprietor of the 7 islands, he is referred to as a partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this world. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 10.41, it is said, Yad vibhutimat sattvam Srimad durjitam va eva. Tatte tattadeva gachatvam mama tejomsa sambhavam. Anyone extraordinarily powerful must be considered a partial representation of the opulence of the Supreme Godhead. Therefore, when the son of Maharaja Dushmanta became the emperor of the entire world, he was celebrated in this way. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here we can see Sukadeva Goswami is continuing. As I said, 23 to 33, the glories and activities of King Bharat. So now he has already accepted Shakuntala and his son. So they are in the kingdom. Maharaj Dushmanta became old and finally he left this planet. So unnaturally his son became the emperor of the whole world, the proprietor of 7 islands. We know the 7 islands we discussed in Bhagavatam also. He became the emperor and proprietor of the 7 islands. And also, yes. And also he is referred as previous verse also we referred as Amsa. Amsa means is a partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this world. Okay, so he is a partial representation of the Supreme Lord. So Prabhupada is writing here in Bhagavad Gita, very important verse, Vibhuti Yoga, 10th chapter, the affluences of the Absolute. Yaddad Vibhuti Mat Sattvam Srimad Urjitam Evava Taddad Eve Gachatvam Mama Tejo Amsa Sambhavam. Amsa, here also Amsa word is coming. So if you see in this world, anyone is extraordinarily powerful, they must be considered as a partial representation of the affluence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mamo Tejo Amsa Sambhavam. So anybody you see extraordinarily powerful, we should know that they are the partial representation of the affluence of the Supreme Lord. Amsa Sambhavam. Mama Tejo, the word Tejo is there. Tejo means Tejas, that affluence. Yaddad Vibhuti Mat Sattvam Srimad Ujitam Evava Taddad Eva Gachatvam Mama Tejo Amsa Sambhavam. Therefore, when the son of Maharaj Dushmanta became the emperor of the entire world, he was celebrated in this way as the partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. So we can go next verse, I think. Big purport. I think we can discuss this purport. Yeah.
Two verses together, before and 26. One read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
9.20, 24 to 26 sloga. चक्रं दक्षिणाहस्तेस्य पद्मकोशोऽस्य पादयो इजे महाभिषेकेन सोऽभिषिक्तोऽधिराद् विभु पञ्चपञ्चाशदा मेध्यैर्गाङ्गया ननुवाजिभिः मामतेयं पुरोधाय यमुनामनुजा प्रभु अष्टसप्तति मेध्यास्वान् बाबन्द प्रदात् वसु भारतस्य हि दोस्मन्देर् अग्नि साची गुणे चिदः सहस्रं भावसो यस्मिन् ब्राह्मणाः विभेजिरे. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhijar Narayana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaja Bharata, the son of Dushmanta, had the mark of Lord Krishna's disco on the palm of his right hand, and he had the mark of a lotus hole on the soles of his feet. By worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead with a grand ritualistic ceremony, he became the emperor and master of the entire world. Then, under the priesthood of Mamateya Bhrigumuni, he performed 55 horse sacrifices on the bank of Ganges, beginning from its mouth and ending at its source, and 78 horse sacrifices on the bank of the Yamuna, beginning from the confluence at Prayaga and ending at the source. He established the sacrificial fire on an excellent site, and he distributed great wealth to the Brahmanas. Indeed, he distributed so many cows that each of thousands of Brahmanas had one bhadwa, 13,084, as his share. Ruji, after the translation, we will continue the purport.
No.
Yes, Mataji. You can. Yes.
Yeah, big purport, no? That's why.
Yeah, we can do, Mataji. If you want, we can. If you are comfortable, okay. Otherwise, we can somebody else.
I'll read, no problem, but I'll continue with the purport.
Yes.
Yes.
As indicated here by the words Daushmandir Agni Sachi Gune Chitaha. Bharata, the son of Maharaja Dushmanda, arranged for many ritualistic ceremonies all over the world, especially all over India on the banks of the Ganges and Yamuna, from the mouth to the source, and all such sacrifices were performed in very distinguished places. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 3.9, Jnata karmano jnata lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work binds one to this material world. Everyone should engage in the performance of yajna, and the sacrificial fire should be ignited everywhere. The entire purpose being to make people happy, prosperous, and progressive in spiritual life. Of course, these things were possible before the beginning of Kali Yuga because there were qualified Brahmanas who could perform such yajnas. For the present, however, the Brahma Vaivarta Purana enjoins Ashwamedam Gavalam Bam Sanyasam Balapatrikam Devarena Sudo Vattim Kalau Panja Vivarjayet. In this age of Kali, 5 acts were forbidden: offering a horse in sacrifice, offering a cow in sacrifice, accepting the order of sannyasa, offering oblations of flesh to the forefathers, and begetting children in the wife of one's brother. In this age, such yajnas as the Ashwamedha yajna and Gomedha yajna are impossible to perform because there are neither sufficient riches nor qualified brahmanas. This verse says, Mamateyam Purodhaya. Maharaja Bharata engaged the son of Mamata Bhrigumuni to take charge of performing this yajna. Now, however, such brahmanas are impossible to find. Therefore, the Shastras recommend Yajne Sankirtana Praye Yajandihi Sumedasaha. Those who are intelligent should perform the Sankirtana Yajna inaugurated by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnavarnam Tushakrishnam Sangobhangastra Parshadam Yajne Sankirtana Praye Yajandihi Sumedasaha. In this age of Kali, people endowed with sufficient intelligence will worship the Lord, who is accompanied by his associates, by performance of Sankirtana Yajna, Bhagavatam 11.5.32. Yajna must be performed, for otherwise people will be entangled in sinful activities and will suffer immensely. Therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement has taken charge of introducing the chanting of Hare Krishna all over the world. This Hare Krishna movement is also Yajna, but without the difficulties involved in securing paraphernalia and qualified brahmanas. This congregational chanting can be performed anywhere and everywhere. In people somehow or others assemble together and are induced to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, all purpose of yajna will be fulfilled. The first purpose is that there must be sufficient rain, for without rain there cannot be any produce. Annas bhavanti bhudani parjanya anna sambhava. All other necessities can be produced simply by rainfall. Kamam varvasha parjanya. Varsha parjanya. And the earth is original source of all necessities. Sarva kama dukha mahi. In conclusion, therefore, in this age of Kali, people all over the world should refrain from the four principles of sinful life: illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling, and in a pure state of existence should perform the symbol yajna of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then the earth will certainly produce all the necessities for life, and people will happily, economically, politically, socially, religiously, and culturally. Everything will be in the proper, will be in proper.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Balaji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Puji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So very, very wonderful purport. You can see Prabhupada is going in depth, discussing so many aspects here. How without sacrifice, this world cannot function. So that sacrifice is very important. But in the previous yuga, the sacrifices were different. Here we can see King Bharata. Here we can see in this verse, he had the mark of Krishna's chakra on his right palm. So that is one point discussed here. And he had the mark of a lotus hole on the soles of his feet. And he was enthroned as an emperor by performing the Abhisheka. And here he has also performed 55 horse sacrifices on the bank of Ganges and 78 horse sacrifices on the bank of Yamuna under the priesthood of Bhrigu Muni. And he has also established a sacrificial fire on an excellent site, and he distributed 13,084 cows to each of the thousands of Brahmanas. So this is mentioned in this today's 24, 25, 26. Here you can see Prabhupada is writing that he did ritualistic ceremonies all over the world, the banks of Ganges and Yamuna, from the mouth to the source. And all such sacrifices were performed in very distinguished places. So very important verse 3.9, Prabhupada is quoting here, Yajñātāt karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. If you don't do yajna, then we are binded with the karma. Karma bandhana means action reaction. So without doing sacrifice, we cannot be free from this world. Very, very important point. But point is, what kind of sacrifice can we do? We cannot do the sacrifice which is done in the previous life. That's why Prabhupada is saying, Ashwamedham. So he's saying that present Kali Yuga, there are no qualified Brahmanas available. So Prabhupada is quoting this Brahma Vivarta Purana, Ashwamedham Gavalambam Sannyasam Pala Paitrikam Devarena Sutopattim Kalo Pancha Vivarjayet. Okay, so in this age of Kali, the 5 acts are forbidden. Offering a horse in sacrifice, offering a cow. So we should understand. So this is not allowed in Kali Yuga. Now we are in Kali Yuga, so these 5 acts are not allowed. Offering a horse in sacrifice, offering a cow in sacrifice, accepting the order of sannyasa, offering oblations of flesh to the forefathers, and begetting children in wife of one's brother. Okay. In this age, such yajnas as Ashwamedha yajna and Gomedha yajna are impossible to perform because there are neither sufficient riches, we don't have money, or we don't have qualified brahmanas. So, this is ruled out. Whatever Maharaj Bharat is done, he's done the sacrifices, but that is not possible in this age. Why this sacrifice has to be done? Because without making sacrifice, people cannot be happy, prosperous in this world, or progress in the spiritual life also. So, what kind of sacrifice we can do? Prabhupada is writing, Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam from Srimad Bhagavatam, Sango Pangastra Parshadam, Yajnai Sankirtana Prayer, Yajanti Sumedashaha. So, in this age of Kali, people endowed with sufficient diligence worship Lord, who is accompanied by his associates by performance of Sankirta Yajna. Bhagavatam 11.5.32. So, we are repeatedly hearing this. Sacrifice is very important if you want to get released from the karma bandhana. First point. But Kali Yuga, there are no qualified brahmanas to perform, or we don't have sufficient money to perform all this Ashwamedha, all those things are not possible. So what kind of sacrifice can be performed? Only Sankirta Yajna. Sankirta Yajna is free of cost. No need to buy anything. No need for any separate, efforts. Like just we have to assemble together and do this yajna together. Sankirtan means doing together. So that kind of sacrifice will please the Lord. And what will be the result of doing such sacrifices? Sankirtan yajna, automatically people will become, this congregational chanting can be performed anywhere and everywhere. If somehow or other assemble together and people are interested to chant Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Prabhupada writes, all the purposes of yajna will be fulfilled. So no need to do any yajna apart from this. It may look very simple, but it is very powerful. That's why Prabhupada says it is simple and sublime. So anybody think, oh, by chanting, how we can get all this benefit? People may not believe, but this is the actual fact. From scriptures are revealing that Kali Yuga, just if you chant or do kirtan, that will sufficiently give the result for everything. Purpose of all the yajna will be fulfilled. Okay. So in this world, what is very much required? We are having so much missiles, people are fighting. But after some 8 hours, 9 hours, people are hungry. We cannot, with a missile, we cannot do anything. We are thirsty, we are hungry. We need first food. Without food, sometimes we think 10 hours we don't eat. We feel so much. Sometimes we feel whether we live or not. Our body becomes so weak and we become so exhausted. So we need food. We need food. Without food, we cannot survive. We all know. Sometimes we are fasting. We are always thinking when this fasting time will finish. We want to take food. So for that, what is required first? First, the purpose is there must be sufficient rain to cultivate food. If there is no rain, how the food will come? Food will not come. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavaha. So we are going back to basics. Sometimes we are seeing the modern world, artificial intelligence has come. So much technology has developed. Sometimes we may think, oh, this is life. So beautiful. So, AI is doing everything. AI is doing wonders. AI is doing miracle. But AI can never give you us food. Only it can maybe produce a video or image of food. So much food, but it cannot satisfy our hunger. Only by seeing the screen, what we will do. We need actual food. So all our necessities can be produced simply by rainfall. Kamam, Vavarsha, Parjanya. And the earth is the original source of all necessities. Whatever we need for our life sustenance, whether it is air, water, food, everything is coming from earth only. Original source of all necessities. Sarva Kama Dugamahi. In conclusion, therefore, in this age, people all over the world should refrain from 4 principles of sinful life. So this is the basic foundation of Krishna consciousness, is to follow the 4 regulative principles and chant Hare Krishna. See, very practical. Sometimes we read scriptures, many people write so many books. If you go to the market and if you want to check spiritual books, there are thousands and thousands of books. People are writing about self-realization. People are writing about soul. People are writing about the fire, the different kinds of bodies we have, the different yoga postures, and the different breathing techniques. So many thousands and thousands of books are there. But after reading, we do not know what we should do. But Prabhupada made the whole philosophy into practical, simple to understand and to follow. What we have to do after reading Bhagavad Gita, after reading Bhagavatam, we know the goal of life is to develop love for Krishna and to detach from these material attachments. What we should do after knowing the philosophy? Prabhupada gives a practical thing which can be followed. It is not like impossible to follow. He is saying follow the 4 regulative principles. In this age of Kali, just follow the 4 regulative principles. We should refrain. The world should refrain from these 4 principles of sinful life. Jutam Panam Sriya Suna, illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. And if you go into depth, the illicit sex is not like difficult to follow. Meat eating also, you have sumptuous vegetarian food, tasty food. We can give up meat eating also, not difficult. Intoxication also. Gambling, of course, I think very rarely. Gambling, of course, in our state it is not there. In Kerala it is there, I think. Lottery and all there. So we have to give up this 4 sinful life: illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling. So, and in the pure state of existence, we should perform the simple yajna of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Prabhupada always gives the example that if one person is having sugar, we have diabetes, always we are refraining from sweets, and also we are taking the medicine. So to keep the sugar in control. Similar way, everyone in this world is having lust. Lust means to enjoy this world without God. That is called lust. Lust does not mean sex. Lust means anything you want to enjoy in this world without God. You want to enjoy God's property without God is called lust actually. So everybody has lust. Somebody has 5% lust. Somebody has 10% lust. Somebody has 20. Somebody has 30. Somebody has 50, 60, 80. Somebody has 90% lust. You can see by his activities. So greedy, so selfish. That we can see by his activities, by his qualities. We can see. Okay. So everybody has lust in this world. Where is this lust seated? In the heart only. And this lust is like a sugar, like a diabetes. So we need this lust to be transformed into love. That is the purpose of human life. This lust to be transformed into love. So this lust is the disease state, and cultivating love is the healthy state of the soul. So this lust and love, where it is, the lust is within the heart, that lust to be changed to soul, love. So how do we do that? As we are actually taking for diabetes, we are refraining from sweets and we are taking the medicine. So Prabhupada is giving the same formula. The restriction from sweet is same thing, the 4 principles. One should avoid illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. This is our diet. And what is the medicine? The medicine is regularly, if you are chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, gradually what will happen in the heart? The lust will be transformed into love. So when the lust is there, what happens? Lust is the root. So when the lust is there, you want to enjoy this world. Then when somebody is blocking their enjoying propensity, the lust will transform into anger. Somebody, I want to enjoy something, somebody comes in between, it will transform into anger. So if you all know, one king was there, the Nepal, they were having kings, right, ruling the kingdom. I think 1991, one of the son of the royal family, he went to UK or studied somewhere, and he loved a girl, maybe from normal family. He fell in love. So he came and proposed to the royal family that I want to marry. And the whole royal family, opposed. You cannot marry like that, normal girl. We are from a very royal family, very high grade. And he was desperate, and the whole family objected. Maybe you heard this news. One day, because his desire was not satisfied, he took a gun and he shot the entire royal family. Father, mother, sister, everybody, one shot, all died. It's a mass massacre. Because, he was not able to satisfy his desire. So like that lust, when it is not satisfied, it becomes into anger. And if you are able to satisfy, it becomes into greed. I want to enjoy more, 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 more. So now lust is the root. If you satisfy, it becomes greed. If it is not satisfied, it becomes anger. And if you see others are enjoying what you want to enjoy, then you become envious. And when you are in this lust propensity always, then you are actually in the illusion. And when you are in the illusion enjoying, then you get pride that I am able to enjoy this world, other people are not. So lust is the ground, root. From the root, all these branches come: anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion, or the anarthas. So now the lust is eradicated by following these 4 regulative principles and chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Then what happens? This lust is gradually transformed by hearing Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, following 4 regulative principles, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Then the lust will be eventually transformed into love. So when the love is becoming the root instead of lust, what happens? The anger will become converted to patience. Okay. And the greed will be changed to contentment. Contentment means we are happy with what we have. And what are the other things? Lust, anger. Anger will be changed to patience. And greed will be changed to contentment. Then envy will be also transformed into satisfaction, and we will develop compassion, and then anger, greed, envy, pride. Illusion will be gone. We will be getting self-realization, You will realize that we are soul. We will not be no more illusion. And pride will be transformed into humility, humbleness. That's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Saishnuna, Amanena Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadari. So all the negative qualities, starting from lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, and delusion, will be transformed into positive and divine qualities. All, counter. So passion to compassion, and passion to compassion, and then from anger to patience, and then from anger to from what is it? Greed to contentment, and from pride to humility. So like that. So this is what Krishna says in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Devi Sampad, Asuri Sampad, divine qualities and demonic qualities. So gradually, by taking Krishna consciousness, following sincerely and strictly, we can realize this. It is not theory. It is not a book somebody is saying. When we follow, we can realize our own life, that how the changes are happening within our heart. So everybody can, like the Bhagavatam says, how we know the changes are happening? Like when you're hungry, when you eat food, then you feel satisfaction, nourishment, and strength. Three things you will experience. So like that, when we follow Krishna consciousness, automatically you will develop peace of mind. You will feel very, so attracted towards Krishna, and then also you will feel happiness. So by that we can understand that the process is working and there are changes happening in my heart. So everybody individually, they can actually realize this, that how this Krishna consciousness is working. It is not that only we are reading Bhagavatam and we are only telling, we are discussing in theory. No, anybody follows this Krishna consciousness gradually can realize the changes happening within the heart. We can rewind our own life, 5 years, 10 years. We can see how we were 5 years before, how we were now. And also we can see surrounding our nearby devotees who are practicing with us, how they were before and how they have changed now. And if at all there are no changes, then what is the thing? That they are not following properly. If you see somebody is following and there are no changes, that means they are not following. It's like we have a procedure, and if you don't follow the procedure, the desired result will not come, right? In a lab, if you don't follow the procedure, then the desired result will not come. Like that, if you follow properly, sincerely, these four relative principles and chanting, then gradually we can see that we'll be experiencing this peace of mind, happiness, and all the divine qualities manifesting automatically within the heart of the practitioner. And eventually we'll develop love for Krishna, and at the end of the life, we'll Mmmapi Smaran Bhavam. So we'll also attain the Krishna's abode, back to home, back to God. So that is the purpose and goal of Krishna consciousness. Premartha Mahan, we are the life, human life goal is to develop love for God. Hare Krishna. So this is a thing to very practical thing what Prabhupada has given us.
Yes.
And we are very fortunate to associate so much books he has given to read, and chanting, kirtan, serving the Lord, festivals, so many things. So it's a wonderful process, Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said this process is simply wonderful. And it will make the practitioner also wonderful. Hare Krishna. So any questions, any comments? If not, we can wind up today.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranams.
Very, so for the 4 days, 2-3 days, the holidays, Prabhu, you have the association of Prabhuji. So today is also this very great days. So our Prabhuji's association. So
yeah, your voice is very clear, Prabhu, today.
Yeah,
normally.
I was looking who is this. So
voice is very clear. Normally, your voice, the net would be disconnected or very less. But
yes.
Today, I think you are fully charged.
Prabhu, yesterday, Gavaranga Prabhu's last points, we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So, what is the experience? When first we have the ignorance or hunger, it is kama, then
yes, correct. Ajnana.
Then kama, then what is that? Karma, then klesha. So, what is the point? The process of the explaining. So also the reading, hearing and eating and means drinking and eating means we have to hear. It is compared to hear and chant. That is we have to both this. This is the principle of Krishna consciousness. So we have to hear about every day and chant everything. So morning we have this is the habit of every day. We actually we have to process this one. We have to association of books. So that is Srila Prabhupada books. That is the only way. When we are deviated from this one, that will be very means that is a affection from Maya. So that is the thing, Prabhuji. Surely we have the very fortunate from the association of devotees also to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So very fortunate we are, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu, for your feedback. And our His Grace Kanakanga Chaitanya Prabhu also there from Oman. Welcome, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji also given one comment in the chat box. Quality of tolerance and right investment of our time into hearing. See, tolerance is very important. Patience, Prabhuji is mentioning here. And right investment of our time into hearing. Hearing more about Krishna will definitely help to disdain the purpose of life. Moreover, come out of today's duality as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 2.14. So Prabhuji has given this in the chat box. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your comments on that. Hare Krishna. So I think Oman, there is heavy rain today. I don't know how the situation.
Yesterday,
yes, Prabhu. For past 3 days,
also?
it is continuously raining.
Continuously rain, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
But
So,
today
but
it's okay.
nothing major, no, Prabhu? Nothing like seriously affected, right?
Two
No,
people
Prabhu.
died or something.
Here it's little peaceful, but around 200 kilometers yesterday
In
or day
Kerala,
before yesterday,
one
I
Malayali
think 3
also.
people died in one
Three,
car
yeah.
was swiped in a flood actually. In that.
That means major rain only.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. It was 8.5 mm. It was measured actually.
Oh, okay. Here it is sunny only, Prabhu.
But
Here it
today's
is sunny.
climate is like cloudy, but not raining outside. But evening they predicted maybe rain will be there.
Again.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu. It's
Krishna.
all because of Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you,
He has
Kanaka
giving this.
Please
Hare
join.
Krishna. Anybody else, other devotees, Matajis? Anybody want to add any points?
Mataji from
Hare Krishna.
hospital.
A few days back, the Gauranga Prabhuji was explaining about all these points like regarding this karma and krodha. He was telling that fulfill the karma and that leads to, as you were telling in the class, lobha. And even the karma is not fulfilled means leads to krodha. When more desire comes, then that karma leads to unfulfilled karma leads to krodha. Then more desires, then that karma leads to moha. And one more thing, like when the people like thinking that my desire fulfilled and other people desires not fulfilled means I may feel like I'll be more proud. Like okay, my desires are fulfilled, and sometimes telling that your desire is fulfilled, mine is not fulfilled. That time Malsalya comes. So all the cause is like a lust, and then in this the class itself you are telling like a main point like we have to convert that lust to love by taking up the process of Sankirtana Yajna, chanting and reading and following all the four regulative principles. That is the only way, because lust is the cause of all these things. Then he was explaining very wonderfully, like you are telling, no contentment. What all things we have to accept it. We have more, then we have to utilize for Krishna, and we have less, that we should accept that this is the will of the providence. So we have to accept that this much is enough for me, and we have to go in that way.
Yes.
So he was like same point he was describing in
Yes,
2-3 days back.
Vrindavan Hall. Prabhuji taken on class in Vrindavan Hall.
And after that, when he went back to India, no, in the YouTube itself, he was like regarding other class, he was pointing these points also.
Okay. That I did not
3
hear
days back from I think Govardhan Eco Village. From there only he took
I only
this.
attended this Brihad Bhagavatam. I did not attend other classes.
Yeah, and before that he put in the YouTube one class. So
Okay.
these points were again discussed. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. What a wonderful session.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Mati Mataji, anything you want to add? Or other Matajis, devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful explanation of this.
Mataji reading very sincerely all Bhagavatam Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you can share your realization.
Nothing, Prabhu. You have explained very nicely these two verses. So there is one sloka in 11th canto which says that Nahi Ada Paramo Labho, that is importance of Sankirtana Yajna. Indeed, there is no higher possible gain for embodied souls forced to wander throughout the material world than the Supreme Lord Sankirtana movement, by which one can attain the supreme peace and free oneself from the cycle of repeated birth and death. That is Karabhajana Muni is instructing Maharaj Nini. So it is actually related to what we
discussed today.
read today. Yes, Prabhu.
The importance of Sankirtan.
Sankirtana.
There is nothing higher than that.
Higher than the chanting of holy name.
Yeah.
And there are also some other references, I don't remember the verses, Prabhu, in which it says that even indirectly when you chant the name, and also
yes, jokingly or unconsciously.
Yes. Yeah. But I think indirect means that comes in the conversation between Yamadudas and 6th chapter, I think. Yamadudas.
Yes.
And also unconsciously, consciously, if you chant also, it will burn your sins.
Yes. But only thing they say that if you want love of Krishna, then you have to chant pure chanting.
Yeah. They have said that it is said that it will burn your sins, not that you will attain prema.
Yes. Correct, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mataji. So,
thank you.
So thank you for sharing your realizations also. Hare Krishna. Anybody else want to add? Mataji's, anybody? Prabhuji's, anybody? If not, then we can end the session, today's session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Sheikh Madhu. Thank you, bro. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for a wonderful class. Hari Bol. Okay, so we are happy. This week we got a 3 days association, Prabhuji. It's not a small thing. Hari Krishna. Thank you.
We are all learning together. Hare Krishna.
Lucky. So we'll chant it 3 times Hare Krishna Mantra for Prabhuji as well as all the devotees who are present for everybody's spiritual progress all together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.